Yo, what's up guys? What is going on everybody over on the Simply Viral channel? Welcome back to another video. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Today we aren't just jumping into the world of Fortnite, we're actually jumping into two different worlds, one being Fortnite and one being Call of Duty BlackOut. Of course, BlackOut is here, guys. Everyone has been very excited for this, and in this video in specific, we are going to highlight Fortnite versus BlackOut and compare each game and see where each stands out. But before we go ahead and get into that, if you guys are brand new here to the channel, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to us with the channel notifications turned on. That way, every single time we upload a new video here, YouTube will personally send you a message letting you know we have gone live with a new upload, so you can be the first person to watch, like, and comment on each and every new video. Speaking of commenting, if you guys are already a part of that notification squad, let us know. Drop us a comment down below saying I subscribed or hashtag notification squad for your chance to be featured in our daily video shout out where you guys actually get your name and comment on screen for everyone else watching to see. And last but not least, if you guys enjoy this video and you'd like to see more like it, let us know by giving it a big old thumbs up rating, slapping that like button. It would be greatly appreciated. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead, let's jump in, and let's compare BlackOut and Call of Duty versus Fortnite Battle Royale. For starters here, we all know that Fortnite, of course, has 100 players in every match. As for now, though, at least in the beta, BlackOut is going to be sitting at 80 players max in a match. However, David Vonnegut did say that in the future, they plan to increase that number, maybe even exceeding 100 players. There's even been little hints about having 115 players, obviously 115 being a zombies reference there, so potentially BlackOut will even house more than 100 players at some point in the future, but for now BlackOut is sitting at 80 players while Fortnite is obviously sitting at 100. As far as game modes go, we all know Fortnite's got its normal solos, duos, and squads. It also does have its limited time modes, which are some of the biggest attractions for the game. As far as BlackOut goes, we're going to have solos, duos, and quads, of course that being 4 people at a time. However, David Vonnegut has also said that in the future, they wouldn't be against messing around with triples as well as 5s, which would be pretty interesting as well. Of course, we've seen 5s as a common thing over in H1Z1. However, of course, Fortnite is really limited to the teams of 4 there, unless you're playing 50 versus 50, but still, as far as your party goes, you're only sitting at 4 maximum. As far as vehicles go, we all know that the ATK and the shopping cart are sitting in Fortnite right now with the potential of more vehicles coming in the near future. BlackOut, though, on launch here with beta is going to have 4 vehicles, all boasting their own individual attributes. The first one being the cargo truck, which can have 1 driver and 4 passengers, as well as some inventory slots so you can pack up some extra weapons or loot. The ATV is going to have 1 driver and 1 passenger slot. We have an inflatable boat, which has 1 pilot and 1 passenger. And then we also have the Little Bird helicopter, which has room for 1 pilot and 4 passengers. And speaking of helicopters here, in BlackOut, you're actually going to enter the map in a helicopter compared to in Fortnite when you drop in on the battle bus. My only question here is, are we going to be able to thank the helicopter pilot, or is that not going to be a feature come day 1? Of course, we all know in Fortnite, initially when you spawn into a match, you spawn in on the starter island where you can mess around, build, loot up some mats, and test out some guns. Similar to that, in BlackOut, we are going to have a deployment zone where you can go in and mess around with guns, combat axes, all sorts of stuff to get yourself ready for the in-game battle. As far as jumping out of the helicopter or the battle bus, of course, we all know in Fortnite, we're sort of just free falling until we reach that height limit, where then, of course, you glide in on your customizable glider. Whereas in BlackOut, it's actually pretty cool. From the second you jump out of the helicopter, you're actually in a deployable wingsuit. So you can go all the way down as fast as you can and then glide over the map a little bit rather than gliding out. But after you do reach a certain height limit, you are forced to parachute to actually land onto the BlackOut map. But you do get a wingsuit as you jump out of the helicopter. And actually, something pretty cool about this wingsuit is you don't get rid of it after you land. You carry the wingsuit with you the entire time you're playing. This means if you're at a high elevation, if you're on the edge of a mountain or a hill, you can actually sprint and jump off, and then you can actually wingsuit glide to another location. So you're able to basically free fall wingsuit in the game at any point in time. Pretty similar to like how Soaring 50s is in Fortnite, where you can jump off the mountains and whatnot and use your glider. Something that is actually pretty interesting about BlackOut compared to Fortnite is BlackOut is going to start off by having friendly fire, which is going to be, interesting because it's Call of Duty. The Call of Duty community is notoriously known for trolling. They are not the most, graceful and elegant community. And so I would definitely expect to see some raging and some trolling montages with people using friendly fire here in BlackOut, where of course in Fortnite there is no friendly fire. However, like in 50 versus 50, or you know, those LTMs with the bigger teams, you can actually knock down your teammates that aren't in your squad, or technically in your squad as well, if you like knock down a platform they're building up to in the sky, or by knock damage there. But in BlackOut, you can actually shoot your friends, you can blow them up, you can crash vehicles into them, I would assume, and it's all going to deal damage. So like I said, that'll be interesting. The Call of Duty community is known for trolling. I could definitely expect to see some raging coming out of that. We all know in Fortnite we've got our consumables, we have the apples, we've got the mushrooms, we've got the shields, all sorts of consumables that we can use in Fortnite. BlackOut is going to have its own perks slash consumables mode, where you're going to be able to find things on the map that are equivalent to perks like they would be in multiplayer, that can give you things like increased health over time, where you can move faster while crouching or prone, you can have longer breath underwater, or if you're holding your breath while sniping. So there are all sorts of perks and consumables found around the BlackOut map as well, similar to how you can find 50 shields and chug jugs and mushrooms and apples across the Fortnite map. Now, as far as what you can actually carry in game, we all know in Fortnite, of course, you've got 5 inventory slots that you can use as you please. You can carry 4 things of potions if you want to, and 1 weapon, or you can carry 5 weapons. It's all up to you. However, in BlackOut, you have designated slots for specific things. It means you have a designated slot for armor, in which armor can only go in, and you're only able to carry 2 primary weapons in BlackOut. So this means if you have an AR on the ground, a sniper on the ground, and an SMG on the ground, you're going to have to choose between the 2 and figure out which ones you think are going to be the most useful for you to be carrying. Like I said, you can only carry 2 at a time. However, if you do find something like a cargo truck, you can always load up extra stuff in there, since they do have the extra inventory slots. Now, as far as something that's super iconic about Fortnite goes, we all know there's the rarities for each weapon. We have the gray AR, the green AR, the blue AR, we have the gold scar, the purple scar. We have these weapon rarities, so each one, of course, is going to be dealing more damage than the last one, and they're more rare and hard to find across the map. In BlackOut, however, there are going to be absolutely no weapon rarities at all. This means every single regular M14 assault rifle you find is going to deal the exact same damage as every other M14 assault rifle you find. However, there is a little bit of a catch to this. There are certain weapons on the map that you can find that are labeled as quote-unquote gold guns. And these guns aren't like Fortnite's gold guns, where they deal more damage and they're stronger. However, these guns actually do spawn in with more attachments loaded onto them. So when you pick up a regular weapon in-game, say you're just looting a random house in BlackOut, and you find an SMG. This SMG is going to come just as a bare SMG, no attachments, nothing fancy there. However, if you find a certain chest that has a gold SMG in it, it might have a red dot sight, or a suppressor, or extended mags attached to it. That way you don't have to worry about finding these extra attachments in the world, and they're already granted to you upon finding this gold gun. So that is a little bit of an interesting system, but like I said, there are no weapon rarities or variants here in BlackOut compared to Fortnite. Moving on, arguably one of the coolest things about BlackOut is that certain spots on the map are going to be able to spawn zombies. There are certain zombies maps located around the BlackOut map, and in these mini maps that you have, you can actually get zombies to spawn. Now, you can use these as bait for enemies, you can use them to try and attack the enemies using the monkey bombs of some sort, but zombies are a thing in BlackOut. They only spawn in certain locations, but it's the first time we've ever had really AI enemies in Battle Royale, so that's pretty exciting. I'm interested in seeing how much trouble I can get into there. BlackOut is also a first-person only mode. There is no third-person mode here in BlackOut compared to in Fortnite, where it is only third-person, and there is no first-person mode. So Call of Duty staying true to its roots, only in first person. And then finally here in BlackOut, there is no cross-platform play. Of course, we know in Fortnite, if you're playing on PS4, you can play with people on PC, or people on mobile, or people on the Switch. However, here in BlackOut, if you play on PS4, you can only play with people also on PS4. If you play on PC, you can only play with people on PC. That is a little bit of a downer, honestly. It'd be kind of exciting to play with people on different platforms here in BlackOut, but a first-person Call of Duty shooter does have some certain advantages given on PC compared to console that are, I think, a little bit more different than the Fortnite version compared to a PC versus console there. The skill gap is a little bit different there, since they are 2 different styles of shooters. But that is everything that we have been able to break down here from BlackOut versus Fortnite. Which one are you guys looking forward to the most right now? Obviously, with the BlackOut beta coming out, everyone is hype about that. Which one are you guys playing more right now? Drop us a comment down below. Of course, if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, let us know by leaving a big old like rating on it. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you guys are brand new here to the channel, be sure to subscribe with your channel notifications turned on. That way you never miss another upload. That'll do it for today. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. Until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you on Nuketown Island. Peace out.